This is Sense Nation. Sense Nation.
The Sense Nation.
Sense Nation. Where we make sense of life and reality. Welcome back to Sense Nation with Juliah Awuor. Doing this thing, making sense from this side, and combining it with being real. Let's be real. Good vibes only. That's a motto. Good vibes only. Because imagine dying. Okay, with the thought of dying and then dying unsatisfied, feeling I didn't do what I was to do. And not even with my life and all that, but just with the life I already lived. Just like if you're not on a good vibes day, I would feel bad if I died feeling that kind of way.
Yeah.
So what I carried from my near-death experience was every time I want to look back, I'm not, with a flash, with that flash you burn out and you feel like you're going to the light. And then, you feel, have you just saw the movie?
The what?
So, it's an animation.
No.
Oh, yeah, I think you should watch that.
Okay.
It's amazing.
I will.
So it's like living, I find, that thing if you see somebody have a flashback of life, of family, and you switch off. That flashback, one of the biggest pains is not being able to even get to my phone. I know my phone
It's
is
somewhere.
and as I would really wanted to just call my mom and tell her about it. But we usually never have that chance.
Yeah.
Telling somebody sorry, or telling us, just doing one thing. That would
make you feel
yeah.
blessed. Yeah.
That is what I got from my experience, and from that I got this thing of you want to make sense, to be able to be not to get caught up in that kind of setup, because when you get to that point, there's nothing else you can ever do. This is it. This is the switch off.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's after that, but just till that part, at least me, I want to be clean. I really want to be clean. But again, there's this whole setting of life and being a human being and the falls and the fails and how we set all these things, and you come and realize this consciousness, this mindset, this this psyche, whatever you have, this energy that you have, is really important to do something to it, do something with it, that by the time you get to that point, you're like, I'm good with life. You don't have to speak with everybody.
Yes.
You don't have to do everything. But in your own peaceful way, in your own small way, you did whatever you need to do. Even if you're a big person and you just do that, those small things. I like how you hear somebody, a billionaire who just wants to eat his githeri, who just wants his garden and fish, who wants their, just simple acts. You're like, at the end of life, life is simple.
Yeah.
And that trips me. So we know you're the podcaster. What do you do? What else do you do?
Okay, so
Be the podcaster.
other than podcasting, of course, I am a mother to one. My son, he's called Ted. He's turning actually 8 this year, in August.
Nice.
Then again, I am a digital marketer for Dairyland, so we deal with ice creams and chocolates. I hope you've tasted.
I'm a customer first and foremost. I love cooking. I love dessert.
Yeah.
I love cake.
Yeah.
So can you imagine mixing cake?
That's how I was given cake, huh?
Ice cream. Just the ice cream, we don't have fridge here. It was melted already. But yeah, yesterday being my birthday actually.
Yeah, I owe him.
Yeah, my lady cooked for me some chocolate cake. Had cutting some chocolate in the cake. It's already brown.
Yes.
But again, when you eat it, has chocolate in there. You're like, ooh.
Nice.
I didn't do much, but just I love cake. I love chocolate. I think even before all this thing, I didn't go buy I think I bought enough chocolate.
They
My mom loves the white chocolate. My sister likes all the chocolates. So it's usually easy to know, at least the white one goes to mom.
Yeah.
The sister,
Any.
as long as it's chocolate.
As long as it's chocolate.
So for me, I go with also any, so it's easy for me. But yeah, the cooking part and doing all the desserts, I love it.
Yeah.
Life, I usually look at my own life and reality. I also break down myself with my tagline, and like in my reality, cake, chapati,
brings you back.
All this wheat. When God was making meat, I don't know if He knew we were using this wheat all this way, but we're really using it, and I love it. And bringing also for chocolate, no, ice cream. What's the best time to eat ice cream?
The best time?
Yeah. From you being from the motherland.
Actually, I think there's no time limit. It's only that we limit ourselves. And especially, sometimes like being African, see a child eating ice cream in the morning and you're like, no, it's too cold or something. And then one thing with Africans is if you're given a tab, you're thinking, if I start eating this, I have to finish at one go. Can be just a scoop, put it on your breakfast. Like for me, I love doing that. So I can have my sandwich and an ice cream scoop on the side. So I think ice cream can be taken anytime. You just need to be creative with it. And remember, you don't have to eat the whole tub.
True.
Yeah.
That's
So I do that. I work with Dairyland. I love it. It's fun. It's interesting because I love the products as well. And now, podcasting, which again is the other thing I love. The things I'm also thinking of doing, but one step at a time. One step at a time. Yeah.
What's most interesting about your life in reality?
I think for me, I think I have surprised myself in one way or another. When you're younger, there's a way you view things, but with time, things change. So one thing that is interesting is sometimes I overthink, and sometimes I am always like, no, I can't do this, or no, I don't think I can. And someone comes and tells you, Julia, you're good at this. Can you try it? Like, I'll tell you an example. At my workplace, I was given an opportunity to be an MC. So they were like, Julia, you have the voice, you're confident. Who told you I can stand in front of people? I can't. But my name was already in the program, so there's nothing I would have done. I just had to do it. And I remember I freaked out. I remember I slept, before I slept, I was on the mirror full time, trying to just start. Now I'll start like this. Once I'm done with this, how will I introduce him? Okay, I'll use these words. Trust me, when I got to now doing the MC things, all those things had vamoosed.
The script was
gone. And now I was beating myself up thinking, because I was like, no, I failed. That one, I totally failed. And then later on, like, guys are like, you were really good. And then I went and even talked to my boss and was like, I'm so sorry. I think I overthought, and the things that flopped. And then she was like, I didn't see anything. What are you talking about?
No.
So I think sometimes because you had pictured you want things to go a certain way, you're always like, no, this one I failed, and I'm sure people noticed. But at the end of the day, these people are like, no, you did a good job. And I think getting that feedback, I was like, okay, wow, this is good. So, and even I was happy because I got that chance, because I also got to learn a lot, and I also got to learn how to, now next time if I'm given an MC, I am ready. So if you have events, bring them on. We're ready.
She'll advertise it. She's a digital.
Actually, I should say it's my side. Yeah. So now, I'm an MC as well.
I was actually thinking about this thing of life is just for you to explore. You've been given this thing, explore it.
It's like a platform,
It's a gift. Even with that, is like, you see how easy it is to beat yourself down. I don't know why we have that voice, why we criticize ourselves
so much.
most. but still, it keeps us in line.
Yeah, I know.
But still, it's taken in the wrong way. Someone can go down. Can you imagine if you didn't have those people tell you how good it was?
Yeah.
I think that would have been, you go home, and you're like, what did you even say? Why did I not even say it like this? And you're like, can you imagine you are at home by yourself thinking this way? The world is on a different frequency.
Yes.
And then you're like, oh my gosh, you beat yourself down so far.
And I think that's why it's so important to always try and get feedback from people, whether it will be negative or positive. Just take it as a learning experience. The problem would be the next time I'm told, Julia, come do MC, and then I'm like, no, I don't want to, because I've learned something from that. So the next time I'm going to do another MC gig, it will be different, So don't now tell yourself, no, I can't totally do it.
It's next level.
Yeah, and if you see someone picking you out and like, yeah, Julia will do it, that's something. They haven't said much, but it is something. Picking up the pieces and learning. You pick up the pieces, get feedback, and move on. And the next time you're given the chance, take it up. Do it.
Actually, there's a time I've done stand-up comedy, getting on a stage. I remember we are the quiet people.
Yeah.
What I've learned from me, we're the quiet people. So, man, that was one of the hardest things ever. When I your scripts.
Yeah.
And not some easy jokes.
You
even look at your joke, but you can't even make sense of your own joke. Everything goes. And it takes so much to do that thing on a stage.
Yes.
To speak on a stage too. Is this what they call get out of your comfort zone?
Yes.
I'm like, oh, that's what it means. Okay.
And I think I've realized one thing. Sometimes when you try and script things and you want them to follow a certain direction, it never does. So even for my podcasting, sometimes I'll write down things that I'll talk about, and then it's like, this is too much. I get lost in between. I'm like, put that script on paper on the side and then be like, now I'll just flow. And trust me, it just comes. It just comes. So I think, we give ourselves too much pressure.
Yeah, too much. And then like, whoa, enjoy. Again, life is a trip. Enjoy.
Like we came here with our questions we were supposed to go through. Look at us.
And that's so true. As in, like, one of the best things, even like having conversations that you never knew to have, is there was no script, there was no setting for this meeting, there's no, we didn't know even we were supposed to meet. You meet somebody and then you talk, and then you're like, afterwards you're like, that was a good talk.
Yeah.
I don't know where they are, whatever they're doing, but as for me, that was a good. And you're in a good place, you're in a good thought line, good time, good vibes.
Mm.
And that was unscripted. So now I'm like, why do you even need a script in this life?
No, sometimes you don't need it.
So many things happen out here, and you're like, they are unscripted. So you shouldn't even wonder. Is life scripted? Because it's even like how you lost your job, and then you got a temporary job, and then for you to get, and then somebody actually resigned.
Yes.
And then you get the job. Now you're like,
whoa, wait a minute.
That is something so.
I know.
That you're like, is this scripted or unscripted? Because for it to be scripted, you're like, that was a good move. For it not to be unscripted, you're like, hey, the coincidence of that happening.
I know.
Crazy,
just when I was,
crazy.
Just when I was about to get done with my 1 month, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting.
So to me, that's life. And you're just like, life, like, what is even life in the first place?
And that's why I told you, I think for me, about life is I surprise myself a lot. And at the end of the day, I appreciate those little moments. So I remember even getting that chance, because I remember I got a chance to be a receptionist. And the first thing I was like, oh God, a receptionist, how? I was like, no, don't sit at home and just be there and be crying every other day. No, let me go do it, So there are times life will take you to a point and you're like, it doesn't even suit me,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when you look at the bigger picture, it really helps. Because I really enjoyed doing whatever I'm doing. And I think with that, actually is what made me now to get this chance that opened up. Because if I'd come in and be like, oh, stop, let me just come here, do my thing and go home, then no one would have noticed. But I was here and I gave my best.
I can imagine, can you imagine you actually feeling that and you actually show that what is wrong really? But still, like, is it tricking yourself? Is it lying to yourself that you actually be like, you know what, I'm feeling bad, yes. So let me do this thing this other way.
Yeah.
So you're like, what is life again? Is it that I should just be real and I'm feeling bad, it's bad. Let everything be bad.
Yeah.
But again, is that what life should be like? Or should life be, yes, I'm feeling bad, but if I won't be as bad as I'm feeling, there's something good that may come out.
Yeah, might come out and you can do better. You can always make the best out of the situation.
So can you even look in my history and then you look at yourself, you're like, I don't like this reception job. You do that and then nothing comes of that. And you get into another situation that you don't like, whatever. But again, you're feeling bad, so you know what, when you feel bad, you just do bad. You like, just do more bad and more bad and more bad. But again, keeping it good is hard. So how do people keep it this good? How should people keep the good vibes?
It is hard, and I think it's just having a constant reminder. Like if anything happens, like there's a reason this thing happened, and what have I learned out of it? I've learned 1, 2, 3 things. So for example, when I lost my job, I felt like the world was crumbling down. I was like, God, really? You want me to? Because I had lost my job previously that one I didn't like lose it. I just quit. But I suffered. So for a whole freaking year. So I was trying to imagine, so right now I've lost my job. So many companies are closing down. So it means it's going to be worse than the other time.
And then COVID also comes.
I was like, God, why are you doing this to me? Why? I hated everyone. I hated the government. Because there are the people who made our company close down. I hated everyone. But at some point, things happen and you're like, okay, this God is not letting me down. He's coming through in one way or another, and I just need to push on. So I think for me, if someone had taken it like, I've lost my job, now I'm being called in as a receptionist, this is bad, my life is going like this,
Yeah.
But now I took it positively. I gave my best in the situation, and I was able, in the 1 year when COVID was there, I was promoted. Like I had 3 positions in 1 year during COVID. That's something.
Yeah, that's something.
That is something. So yeah, I think life sometimes. So I think with the positivity that you take with you in every situation will also determine on how far you will get. Because if I'd gone there negatively saying, I'll just do this job, whatever, and go home, anyway, it's going to end in a month, then that end of the month, I would have been told, go home, we are done with you, thank you so much for your service, and that would be it. But here I am, I decided, I don't like this thing, but I'm going to do my best. And plus I loved the product, I loved the company, and I showed them that I loved it. Yes.
You took it.
I took it and grabbed it. So positivity helps. At the end of the day, it does. As much as it is hard to just focus on it, it helps. And it pays off.
True, it does. No, it stays good. It's good because again, even with the other one, with the other side of bad vibes, it still pay, but bad pay,
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want good pay or bad pay. Damn. So when you look back, whatever what you just told us, when you look back in your history to this point here, does your path make sense to you?
I think it does. Sometimes, of course, you sit down and I wish I was like this then I would be a greater person. But now, I think it's what I've gone through that made me become who I am. My struggle becoming a mother, a single mom at that matter, and just trying to maneuver through life. I had to realize, like, Julia, you've got this, you are on your own, but you have to do something. So you kind of find yourself, sometimes you push yourself properly, then things happen and you're like, I think they pay off. They do pay off. As much as I have gone through a lot, like sometimes I sit back, the period where I was bringing up my son, and I'm like, if I did not go down with depression then I don't think anything in this life would make me depressed. I went through a lot, but I learned through it like crazy. Right now, I don't think there's anything that can make me fall off.
You're like, do you know me?
Do you know where I've come from? So as much as sometimes you tell yourself, I wish things were better, I wish I was a bit different then, I wish I had made better decisions then, but fuck it. Okay, sorry.
No, man, it's life. I've had a boss of an international company, and this guy looked at the kind of work that was done, and this guy just was like, he even arched his back a bit. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
You know, you're like,
whoa, what did you just say?
okay, whoa. That hit me too hard, you know, like your friends, you know, it happens to, and you listen to movies and the likes. But again, with that, here we're at work. And this guy said that, I was like, you know what, at the end of the day, you're personal. You know what, with all these people, there's a point in life you have to get me and say, fuck it. This is fucking, this is, you know, this is real. And even with a pastor, you know, with a pastor gets you like, this is not a small demon, this is a big demon.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, instead of saying that, he's saying in the name of Jesus. I don't know, but you have to get to that point in life, like, fuck it, this is there, and this is very masculine, right? Once you do that, that's amazing. But I shout out to all the strong moms, the single moms. My mom's a single mom. I've seen her journey, and I'm like, I never even thought of my mom being a single mom. I just was living life. Yeah, my mom.
Things were happening.
You do your thing, we do our thing, we live life, you move on to the next step and the next step. So by the time actually, you know, I have to sit and be like, I have a single mom. A man with a single mother who's done her thing.
Yeah.
And you're like,
whoa.
Yeah.
This is great.
That is great. It's crazy.
And funny thing, I think sometimes I look at motherhood and life as the same thing. You know why? A mother will get pregnant. They will not know their fate during delivery. They say delivery is 50-50 chance. Things might go south, but we still do. We go through the path. Okay. For those who get babies, you get your baby. You don't know who they will be. They have different personalities. Different babies come with different, you know, stuff. And you have to learn. Okay, so this one likes her things like this, and her personality is like this. Either she's introverted, this one is extroverted. So you have to figure out things as you go. It's not like now, Julia, you are a mother. Here's the manual for your baby. This is how you should do, you know, this is how you should raise him and everything. So I think life is like that. You don't know what will happen. Anything can happen along the way. But now it all depends with you. And you know how moms can be just saying, raising a kid is not easy, you know? So I wish if people looked at life like that, then they would know, you know, let life be, let me learn as I go.
Let me do the best.
Let me do the best I can. Whether the child will decide to be a thief in future, whether the child will, you know, you've done your best, you've done your part. Because trust me, there is no script of doing things.
But it's how is it initially back? Because as much as you can say, yeah, I'll make you, you know, you be who you want to be. But again, you get to a point you're like, yeah, you're becoming something else, you're like, you know, because again, you don't know that point of, it's still your responsibility, and you get to a point where
you get
as mothers, because one of the things also with mothers, you get through so much pressures, too many, and to themselves. And I can imagine even what you're saying even in your podcast, you get to question, to tell yourself things, you hear things, you bring yourself to that, and then you have a job here, a whole-time job here with your kid. And I also, I don't know where that was, but again, with whatever is happening, these things affect your kid.
True.
So you have to take care of yourself to take care of your kid.
Yes. You have, but then you have to be sane.
And I'm just like, there are too many things out here for, let me say, a mother, and especially because, that's a big lot line. So then you can try and cut it down. Life is just a trip.
Yeah.
And then I look at my own mother, and especially being a grown up, and you see what girls go through, and you still put in mind your parents had to go through things like that.
Yeah.
And then you see what they've come to be. You're still not waiting for them. You see how they are right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, this is a disciplined person in life. This person knew whatever they wanted in life. And because right now you look at that where you're like, hi, this person doesn't know what they want in life. And it's easy right now to see an adult, somebody in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and then you connect to whatever you're seeing right now, and then you're like, hi, 30s, 20s, 30s, 40s, I don't know what happened, but there's something. And now by relating that, you're like, life just has so much responsibility, because you see now it's the responsibility. How do you respond to things?
Yeah.
And if you do it in the wrong way, it puts you in the wrong place.
Yes.
And then now you just have to move with that place and the settings of that place, because again, it's about setting.
Yeah.
It's not about anything else. Even if you read the Bible and you have the wrong setting, even if you don't know, you just do things, good things, but you do them in the wrong setting, they don't even work out.
Yeah.
So, possibility, need pain.
At the end of the day.
Anything. Whoa. I don't know what else to ask. But again, let me ask you, what is life and reality to you at the end of this episode? From my setting, from the setting of the podcast, Sensation Podcast, making sense of life and reality. How do you feel by the end of this episode? After our conversation.
Life and reality. So, personally, I take life. Okay, should I say? I take life as a way where I want to accomplish these goals. I've put up this and this. I want to do this and this and this, and also I recognize the little positives and little or something that comes out of it at the end of the day. But again, of course, there's reality. So as much as I'd said, I want to finish school, get a job, maybe do my master's, and then by 30, get married, do a big wedding, have my husband and my children, travel the world and everything, and then it hits you. Julia, come back to reality. So I finished my campus, I got my degree, decided, chill, let me get into the job market first, get to learn a lot, 1 or 2, 3 things, and then I know what I want to specialize in for my master's. And then in the process, job, kid, no husband, as in, and you're wondering, okay,
Whoa.
This is not what I planned, this is not what I wanted, but then at the end of the day, it's here. It is what I did, and sometimes you even beat yourself up. Like, I think I got my first job and I got a baby. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, you've not even given your time to enjoy the money. Like, you just had to bring in responsibilities from the word go.
Yeah, like the man is coming here, a responsibility from him.
I know. So, so that's reality, and you realize, as much as I want this, still plan for whatever you want, but in the process, if anything happens, just now figure it out from there. Part of life.
At least like the goal.
Yeah.
And then the reality is
it's
whatever you have to go through
to get to that. And it might take as long as it might take, but don't give up. Because I've seen I'm 30, I have friends who are married. I'm not. I see them thriving. They're driving. They're living in nice houses. And I'm like, when will I get here? And do I really suck? Because then I'm always like, do I really suck this much when it comes to relationships? You beat yourself up. Then you realize, nah, it can happen. Even if it happens at 50, well and good. If I wasn't meant to have them, to meet them right now, it's okay. So for now, let me focus on making my life as interesting as possible, so that when I also meet this person, they'll enjoy having me, because I know myself. I've had the chance to know what I tolerate, what I don't tolerate. Yeah, so that's how I look at it.
Hey, let's try to close it. Hey, before we start over again,
I know. We need to wrap up.
Yeah, that's a nice way of wrapping it up. Thank you so much for having me. Definitely, we'll be here keeping it real.
Yes.
Good vibes only.
Of course.
And please subscribe to our podcast. I'll listen to it.
Subscribe. We're going to share the link, of course, and for my social media pages, on Instagram, I'm at Juliah Awuor 1.
Yeah.
On Facebook, Awuor Ayako. I think he will share as well.
Yeah.
I'm on TikTok as well. He has said I will teach him.
You on the TikTok.
I know.
As we also talk, have more conversations.
Yes, at Awuor Ayako as well. So yeah, I think we'll do more of this. I guess. I think we have a lot.
Oh yes, life is too vast.
Yeah.
I don't know if it has time for us.
I know.
True.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you for having me here.
Subscribe, please. Also, Instagram, Sense Nation, personal page, Gender Dale. Enjoy the photos there. Yeah, thanks a lot. Keep making sense of life and reality to make your life and reality better. At the end of it all, you have this life. Make it the best you can. You can only make it what you can. So, bye.
Bye.
This is Sense Nation.
Sense Nation.
The Sense Nation.
Sense Nation. Where we make sense of life and reality.